Hello everyone, my name is Jody Bima Satyagana, and today I'm going to be telling you guys a short bedtime story, and it's called The Boy Who Honors the Wind by William Kamkwamba and Brian Miller. In a small village in Malawi where people had no money and no lights, nightfall came quickly and farmers hurried to bed. But for William, it's the best way for dreaming. He dreamed of taking things apart and building them back together, like the trucks with bottle cap wheels parked under his bed, and taking apart radios and wondering to himself, if I can hear music, then where is the band? His grandpa's tales of magic also whispered in the pitch black of his room, as if witch planes and many ghost dancers twirled around his room, as if hundreds of men were inside their bodies. In the dawn, he scanned for magical beings in the maze rows, and then suddenly a truck flew past him, and he said to himself, how does its engine make it go? And then suddenly his father said, pay attention where you throw that hoe, you're gonna cut your foot off. For all its power over dancers and flying things, magic could not bring the rain. Without water, the sun rose angry each morning and scorched the earth, turning the maize into dust, and without food, Malawi began to starve. His father gathered his children and said, from now on we only eat one meal per day, make it last. In the evenings, they huddled around the lantern and ate the handful, watching hungry people pass by like spirits along the roads. Money also disappeared with the rain. Papani, his father said, son, I'm sorry, but you'll have to drop out of school. Now William stood on the road and watched as the lucky students passed by, stood alone with the monsters in his belly and the lump in his throat. He sulked under the mango tree for weeks, and then suddenly he remembered the library down the road, a gift from the Americans. He found science books filled with brilliant pictures. With his English dictionary close by, William put together how engines moved those big trucks and how radios pulled their music from the sky. But the greatest picture of all was a machine taller than the tallest tree with blades, like a fan. A giant pinwheel? Something to catch magic? Slowly, he built the sentences. Windmills can produce electricity and pump water. He closed his eyes and saw a windmill outside of his home, pulling electricity from the breeze and bringing light to the dark valley. He saw the machine drawing cool water from the ground and sending it gushing through the thirsty fields, turning the maize tall and green. Even when farmers' prayers for rain went unanswered, with this windmill was more than a machine. It was a weapon to fight hunger. Magetsi Amepo, he whispered, I will build electric wind. In the junkyard, pieces appeared like rusted treasures in the tall grass. A tractor fan, some pipes, bearings and bolts that require every muscle to remove. Tonga, he shouted to the birds and spiders, holding up his prize. But as William dragged his metal home, people called out, this boy is a masala, only crazy people play with trash. After many weeks, William arranged his pieces in the dirt. A broken bicycle, rusted bottle caps, plastic pipes, even a small generator that powered a headlight on a bike. For 3 days, he bolted, banged, and tinkered, while chickens cawed and dogs barked, and neighbors shook their heads, saying, what is Masala doing now? His cousin Guthrie and best friend Gilbert soon appeared. Muli Bwanji, they greeted. Can we help with the electric wind? Grab your pangas and follow me, he said, and took them to the forest. Together, they swung their sharp blades into the trunks of blue gum trees, then hammered them together to make tower. Standing atop, William shouted, bring it up! While the boys tugged and heaved, a crowd gathered below them, gazed at the strange machine, and now leaned and wobbled like a clumsy giraffe. Some giggled, others teased, but William waited for the wind. It came first a breeze and then a gusting gale. The tower swayed and blades spun around. With sore hands once slowed by hunger and darkness, William connected wires to a small bulb which flickered at first, then surged as bright as the sun. Tonga, he shouted, I have made electric wind. Wachita bueno, a man yelled. Well done! As the doubters clapped and cheered, William knew he had just begun. Lights could not fill empty bellies, but another windmill could soak the dry grounds, creating food where there once was none. Magetsi Amepo, electric wind, can feed my country. William thought, and that was the strongest magic of all. The moral of the story is you have to be creative and have a problem solving mindset and be better than anybody else. If anybody else ever doubts you in making something or doing something, just prove them wrong, like William did. And that's all from me, signing out.